Some days later, Taeyang entered inside the room and found Wan watching something in her phone very carefully. He didn't notice his figure standing near the door. He walked near her slowly and stood behind her. He saw she's watching baby care videos, how to take care of babies. He smiled and placed his hands on her both shoulders, which made Wan flinch due to sudden touch. Taeyang, relax, it's me, your Tae. Wan, you startled me, Tae. Taeyang, I'm sorry, my bird. Taeyang bent down and kissed on her forehead. Wan, I'm hungry, Tae. I was waiting for you. Taeyang, why didn't I say you don't have to wait for me? Bird, you are now pregnant. You should not starving. Why, without you, I don't like to have dinner alone, she said, just like a little baby. Taeyang chuckled while caressing her cheek. Taeyang, but Bird, you have to be careful now. You have inside your tummy our baby. Promise me you will not wait for me if I come home late. Wine pouted and looked down at her flat tummy, then again looked at Taeyang. Wine, promise. Taeyang smiled and kissed her lips. Taeyang, wait for me. I'm coming back in 5 minutes. Wine nodded her head and Taeyang went inside the bathroom. Time skip. After having dinner, now Taeyang and Wine laying in the bed. Taeyang caressing her back with her head resting on his chest, hand wrapping around his waist, and legs tangled with him. Wine. Tae, are you excited? Taeyang, for what? Wine, our baby. Taeyang, yes. Are you excited? Wine, Taeyang smiled and kissed her forehead. Slowly they both fell asleep. 8 months later, Wine sitting in the sofa while watching TV and eating chocolates. She looked down at her soul and belly and caressed it. Wine, your appa is so bad, still not home yet. Do you want to eat more chocolates, my baby? I get it. She again started eating chocolate. While talking, she didn't notice Taeyang was there. Taeyang, appa is bad? Wine looked at him with a smile and threw her hands in air like a baby, telling her to take in his arms. Taeyang smiled and hugged her tightly. He sat down beside her and kissed her forehead. Taeyang, tell me first, what were you saying to our baby? Wine, what? Taeyang, appa is bad, huh? Wine, yes, me and our baby was waiting for you. You always come home late. Taeyang, did you take your medicines? Wine, yes. Taeyang, dinner? Wine, yes. Taeyang, my good little bird. Azuma came to living room with a glass of milk for Wine. Taeyang took the glass and made Wine drink carefully. Taeyang handed Azuma back the glass and wiped Wine's lip with his thumb. Azuma, should I get ready your dinner? Taeyang, yes. Taeyang, let's go. You have to sleep, my bird. Wine, no, I will wait for you till you finish your dinner. Taeyang chuckled and nodded his head. He went to fresh up. After freshening up, he came back to have dinner. Wine was sitting with him until he is done with his dinner. Then they went upstairs to their room. They both are laying in the bed. Wine pouted, which made Taeyang smile. He started kissing her and she kissed him back. After kissing for a good time, they broke the kiss. Wine held his hand and placed it under her dress on her bare belly. Taeyang smiled and caressed her belly. The baby is moving. Wine, our baby always moves like this and kicks too. I can't sleep. Taeyang caressed her belly and kissed on her head. Taeyang, 1 month left, then our baby will come out. Wine, yes. Taeyang started caressing her head and soon she fell asleep and Taeyang too. 1 month later, Taeyang was doing work in his study room. He is doing his work from home cause Wine is in her last month. Suddenly Wine walked inside his study room with painful face. He got worried. He stood up and held her, then made her sit in the sofa. Taeyang, are you okay, my bird? Wine, I'm in pain from the morning and just now water coming out from my vagina. Taeyang's eyes got widened. Her delivery date is after 2 days. He looked down and found her water broke. Taeyang hurriedly took her in his arms and started walking outside. Taeyang, why didn't you tell me before you were in pain? Why? Am I going to die? Our baby? No, no, I don't want to die. I love you, my Taeyang. Taeyang, stop talking nonsense. You will be fine, my bird. Time skip. Wine is screaming due to pain, Taeyang holding her hand and caressing her sweaty forehead. Doctor, push Mrs. Kim. Wine, it's hurting. Taeyang kissed her forehead and wiped her tears, his eyes also in tears. Taeyang, bird, push. Our baby is way too out, my love. Wine again started pushing and her painful screaming filling inside the room. Soon they heard baby crying sound, Wine's eyes half closed and catching her breath. The young's tears falling down seeing their small baby boy. The young looked down at Wine, found her looking at the baby with half-closed eyes. He wiped her tears and kissed her forehead. The young, breathe, my bird. She slowly closed her eyes. The young looked at her unconscious body. The young, doctor, why is she? Doctor, it's normal, Mr. Kim, don't worry. Time skip. Taeyang looking at their baby boy who was sleeping peacefully inside the crib. He walked near the bed and caressed Wine head. She is also sleeping. Soon she opened her eyes and looked at Taeyang. Wine, my baby, where is my baby? Taeyang hugged her. Taeyang, relax, our baby is safe. Wine broke the hug and looked at him. Wine, where is our baby? Taeyang, look there. Wine looked at the baby crib beside her bed. She slowly went near the crib and looked into it, found a little human peacefully while being wrapped by the white sheet. Wine slowly touched his chubby cheek with her fingertips. He looked at the young with her teary eyes. Wine, he is so soft, tiny, and beautiful. The young side hugged her and wiped her tears. They saw baby is moving and soon started crying, which make Wine panic. Wine, why he is crying, Tay? Do something. Stop, make him cry. Is he okay? Why he is crying? The young hugged her and pats her head. The young, shh, my bird. He made her sit on the bed and he was about to call the doctor, but at the same time doctor walked inside the room. Doctor took the baby in her arms while Wine's eyes not leaving his crying little figure. Doctor sat beside Wine and gestured her to take the baby in her arms. Wine, no, what if I hurt him or if I drop him? Doctor, you own. Hold him like me. Wine slowly took him in her arms. Wine started sobbing softly. He looked at Taeyang while crying. Wine, Tae. Taeyang caressed her head while smiling at her. She looked at the doctor. Wine, why my baby is crying? Doctor, because baby is hungry. Wine, hungry? Doctor smiled and started opening the buttons of Wine's hospital top. Wine, what are you doing? Doctor just smiled and put her nipple inside the baby mouth. Baby stopped crying and started to her nap. Wine smiled and looked at the doctor. Doctor, first 6 months baby will drink your milk. Then after that can make him baby food beside your milk. Understand? Wine. Yes. Doctor started talking with the young and Wine happily looking at their baby who is drinking her milk. Soon doctor left and the young sat beside Wine. The young caressed baby's hand. Wine is smiling like a little baby while looking at the baby. She looked at the young. Wine, what is his name? The young, Kim Iron. Wine, nice, Kim Iron. She softly kissed on Iron's forehead and giggled. Some days later, Iron is sleeping peacefully while Wine looking at him. She held his small hand and kissed his hand. The young came outside of the bathroom and found Wine still looking at Iron. Taeyang, stop staring, but he is not going anywhere. Wine, why? He is my baby. I will stare at him as long as I want. She said like a little kid. Taeyang chuckled and nodded his head. Wine, look there, he is moving. My baby is awake. Taeyang looked at Ian, who is looking at his mother while sucking his fist. Taeyang walked close to the bed and sat down. He took his small figure in his arms and kissed his whole face. Wine, Tae, I want to hold him. Taeyang, he is hungry, my bird. Wine nodded her head like a little kid and opened her shirt button. Taeyang slowly gave Ian to her. Ian started drinking her milk. The young side hugged her and kissed her head. He looked down at their only property, their beloved son. Wine, he is just like you. Look at his nose, lips. He's everything just like you. Taeyang, he got your eyes, my bird. Don't be sad. Wine is still pouting, which made Taeyang chuckle. He leaned closer and picked her lips. Taeyang caressed his small cheek very softly. Ian held his finger, which made Wine and Taeyang smile. Suddenly, a knock disturbed their sweet family moment. Taeyang, come in. Azuma, dinner is ready, master. Taeyang, we are coming, Azuma. Azuma walked close to them and smiled at Ian. Azuma, how is my young master? Wine, he is good. Taeyang and Wine having their dinner while Wine's eyes stuck on Ian, who is in Azuma's arms. Taeyang, bird, look down and have your dinner. Ian is not going anywhere. Wine looked at Taeyang with a pout and nodded her head. Taeyang chuckled and she focused in her dinner. 6 months later, Ian was playing in the floor with his toys and Wine also playing with him just like a little kid. Ian, Mom. He curled near his water feeder and started sucking the tip. Wine, my baby, water is finished. Wait, I'm bringing water for you. Wine took his water feeder and started walking towards the kitchen. After some time later, she came back. When Ian saw his mother coming back, he smiled and started running to her on his force. But suddenly his head hit in the corner of the table, which made him fall back and start to cry. Wine, Ian. She ran to him and hurriedly took his crying figure in her arms. She caressed his head where he got hurt. Seeing his painful crying, Wine also started crying, hugging him in her chest. Wine, I'm sorry. Azuma and Laura ran to living room hearing Ian's crying. Azuma, what happened to young master? Wine looked at her while crying. Wine, my baby got hurt. Wine looked down at Ian, who is crying non-stop while hiccuping. Wine, don't cry, my baby. Azuma, please make him stop crying. Azuma took Ian in her arms and started rocking him while caressing his head. Laura bring ice cube. Azuma very carefully rubbing the ice cube on the swollen spot, but Ian started crying more. Wine hurriedly snatched him from Azuma. Wine, you are hurting him more. Azuma, no, my child. If you rub ice cube on the swollen spot, it will help to reduce the pain and swollen too. Wine, but he is crying when you rub the ice cube. Azuma, come down and give him your milk, baby. Wine sat down with him in her arms. She unbuttoned her shirt and placed her nip in his mouth. He started sucking her, still mumbling. Wine wiped his tears and kissed his forehead. Wine, call Taeyang. Laura nodded her head and went to call Taeyang. Azuma sat down beside her and caressed her head. Azuma, don't cry, my child. Young master is okay. Wine wiped her tears with the back of her hand like a little baby, but tears again started falling seeing his swollen area. Wine, my baby got hurt. Azuma, it's okay, don't cry, my child. Time skip. Taeyang walked inside the living room and found Wine hugging Ian in her chest while sobbing softly. Her teary eyes fell on Taeyang. Wine, Tae. Taeyang sat down beside her and pats her head. Ian started throwing his hands towards Taeyang. He took his little figure in his arms. Taeyang, don't cry, my bird. Wine, Taeyang, throw the table out of our house. Because of that table, my baby got hurt. Taeyang wiped her tears and pecked her lips. He looked down at Ian and found him looking at him while smiling. Taeyang picked his baby lips, which made Ian giggle. Wine also giggled while crying. Taeyang, my strong prince. See how your mama is crying for you. Tell your mama not to cry. Ayan again giggled, seeing his father's face and hearing his talk. Wine wiped her tears and hugged both of them while pouting. Wine, the table is very bad. Don't worry, my baby. I won't let that table stay in our house anymore. She leaned closer and kissed on Ayan's forehead. The young smiled and kissed both of their heads. Time skipped at night. Wine covered Ayan's sleeping figure with the blanket and kissed his forehead. The young walked inside the room, found Wine admiring Ayan, who crept just beside their bed. He turned off the lights and walked near the crib, then kissed on Ayan's forehead. He lay down beside Wine and she curled near him. He caressed her cheek and leaned closer. She closed her eyes when his lips touched on her and she back. Slowly he hovered over her and pushed his inside her. She softly when his hand went inside her nightdress. His cold hands roaming on her warm body, making her shiver. Soon their clothes fell on the floor. Wine, they. He is, while her neck, he wrapped her both legs around his waist and hand hugging his body on her. She arched her neck and rolled his eyes back due to. He intertwined their fingers and pulled her into a, eating her lips hungrily while deeply inside of her. She ran her fingers inside his hair softly, his name.